What is up, guys? I'm relentlessMC, and in this video I'm going to be going over all 10 memory charms hidden throughout Rave in the Redwoods Zombies map. If you didn't know, there are 10 memory charms hidden throughout the map. There are 2 locations for each charm. Once you've found them, there's a specific location that each charm gets placed at, and a respective challenge that goes along with that challenge. And once you complete it, then you have the item at your disposal for one person in the game at a time to use the memory charm as a weapon accessory, aka an additional perk. So, I'm going to be showing you all of the locations, all of the activities, and telling you all of the abilities you can get with these charms. Alright, first and foremost, we have the ring. The first location is right before the mess hall. You'll have to open a $750 door from spawn to get here. The second location is in the mines, right next to the Bang Bangs machine on the stairs, as you can see there. Once you have the ring, bring it into the spawn building, place it on the table next to that TV. There will be 2 lanterns. All you have to do is rotate the beams of light by holding X on the lanterns to make the light shine towards the ring. Once both beams of light are shining towards the ring, you will be able to collect that charm, and it is done. The ability that comes with the ring is once you have a red screen, only once you have a red screen, you are able to melee a zombie. It doesn't even have to be a kill, just one melee, and if you make contact, you will go back to full health. This is actually really beneficial in early rounds. Next up, we have the Arrowhead. The first location of the Arrowhead is right outside the mess hall, underneath this sign, right where the arrow pointing to the lake is. It's not there in this game, so moving on. Second location, right outside spawn, next to the garden lamp here. Once you have the Arrowhead, go ahead and come over to the wood chipper between the amphitheater and the recreational area. And you can place it on the counter here. You won't have to be in Rave mode to place it, but once you have placed it, you will need to be in Rave mode for this final part of the challenge, which is shooting 8 targets within a very short amount of time. Now, you only have so much time between each target, so if you hit a target and then you take too long to hit the next one, you'll hear a buzzer and you'll have to restart from the beginning. Also, it takes longer the more people are in your game, the less time you have between shots. So keep that in mind, and you will get auto-aim to headshots with this perk. Next up, we have the frog. The first location is here in the recreational area, right at the back of this trailer. It is here, so I'm going to pick it up. The second location will be in the bait and tackle shop, right before the beach, right on this green lawn chair, which it obviously isn't there because it's in my possession right now. Now, once you have the frog, you're going to have to go to this little river here, right outside the mess hall. And right before that sewer pipe to the left here is where you're going to place it. Now, for this next part, you will need to be in Rave mode, so go ahead and get in Rave mode, which means you're going to want to do this before round 10. Once you're in Rave mode, there are a bunch of frogs here in the river that you will have to ground pound. Now, it is said that you need to be up high and drop down from a high up place to hit them, but this is false. You can actually jump right off the ground here and ground pound. All you have to do is jump and press B. It's actually quite simple. So anyways, keep doing this. I don't know how many frogs there are exactly. I just listen for the frogs croaking or whatever. There's a couple renegade frogs here that I gotta track down. There's one of them. The other one's over to my right. I can hear him, but I don't know exactly where he is. But as you can see around my card, there's yellow ring around my player card. That shows you how much time is left in my Rave mode. So I had to extend the time by listening to some fairies, so I went and did that quick. And then I did find the last frog. Once you've done that, you can pick up a frog. And this allows you to run in water, which is actually quite useful. Okay, next up we have the mask. The first location you can find the mask is right below where the firing range where you did the Arrowhead challenge, right here in this dark corner. It's hard to see, but if you just walk up to that corner and press X, you'll know whether or not it's there. Moving on, the second location is right here on the boardwalk, right before the boat to go to the island. It'll be right here on the corner there by that step. Once you have the mask, go ahead and place it on the chalkboard there, and then shoot these keys. Once you've placed it, the keys will fall into the cup, and you can now pick up the perk. The perk is your stowed weapon will regain ammo in its clip. So if you had a bullet in your clip, it'll go back to a full clip if you stow it. Alright, first location for the 8-ball is in the recreational area, on the other side of the tent where you picked up the boat part. And the second location is not too far from here, a couple steps towards the mines, and right at the entrance to the recreational area, right across from the sign, right there on the ground where I'm pointing towards. That's the second location. Once you have the 8-ball, go ahead and make your way back to the spawn building. Upstairs of the spawn building is a pool table. Place the 8-ball in the corner here, shoot the 3 cue balls, and then you have the 8-ball. Its ability is when you slide, you will cause damage to enemies that you make contact with. It also makes a noise when you slide as well. Pretty cool noise. Alright, the shovel. Now the first location of the shovel can be found literally right next to where you place the Arrowhead on the counter. As you can see, it's not there because it's in my possession. The second location is right here in the mines. Right after the minecart there, between the minecart and Bang Bangs, you'll see it here to the left. Once you have the shovel, you can go ahead head into this river right next to the mess hall. The same river where you do ground pounding for the frogs. And you just find this corpse, you place the shovel down on that skeleton. 5 pretty tough skeletons will spawn. These guys are, I would say, easily about 4 times as tough as the enemies in the world. So keep that in mind. It takes me a while to kill them here, and this is only round 4, so you do the math. I don't know. That's just an estimate. I would say roughly about 4 times as tough. But just go for them headshots. Try not to struggle as much as I do. Now, the ability you'll get from the shovel is when you revive a downed teammate and you have the shovel on your weapon, it'll create a small explosion in the area around where the revive went down. So, not very useful if your teammates don't plan on going down. That's the shovel. Moving on to the pacifier. The first location you can find the pacifier is on the beach, right here below the gazebo, right by this fire pit. The second location is here at the Racing Stripes building, aka the bathrooms. So go ahead, grab the pacifier. Once you have the pacifier, the second part of this challenge is in the mess hall. What you're going to want to do is get at least a good amount of zombies built up behind you. Place it down. Once you have placed the pacifier down on the counter in the mess hall, you will be locked inside here until you get 15 kills. So, really beneficial to get a nice big train built up. And what this does is, if an enemy touches you, it does damage to them. I believe in the form of electricity or whatever, it zaps them. It's actually pretty effective. But it will kill your crawlers at the end of rounds, so you don't want to be wearing this at the end of the round. Anyways, as you can see, I unlocked the door by killing 15 and grabbed the pacifier, and that's that. Moving on, the binoculars. The first place where you can find these is, well, I mean, there's 2 places. First place is here in the recreational area. You don't have to be tripping. I was just happened to be in rave mode, but they're right there next to those beer cases. The second location where you can find the binoculars is right here on this bench, right outside the mess hall on the bridge. Once you have the binoculars, you're going to want to go in to the gazebo, well, go and place them on the bench right before the gazebo. And then you're going to have to go into the gazebo, shoot all 8 eyeballs, which it has been said that you need a scope to do this, but this is false. If you're an accurate player, as you can hear the sound that is made when I shoot those, you can still complete this, no problem. You do not need a sniper. That was a misconception. Anyways, there's 2 to your right, 1 to your left, and then 5 across on the island, 1 on each totem pole and 1 in the window of the cabin. And then once you've done that, you will have to get 15 and these kills, mind you, these eyeballs and the 15 headshots all have to be done from this gazebo. So anyways, once you've gotten all 8 eyeball shots, you will need to get 15 kills from this gazebo as well. 15 headshots, sorry, 15 headshots. And what the binoculars do is when you reload and there's a teammate nearby you, there will be an electricity chain between the 2 of you. Alright, so moving on to the fish, the first location is up here in the camp cabins area, right behind the sign that says power. The second location is in the sewer pipe between the river, the mess hall and the beach. And once you have the fish, this is actually a really easy one. You just go to the docks here, right by the boat, and you just, when you see the blue light appear after you've placed the item, you just throw a grenade, and if you hit it or anywhere near it, you're going to get the fish. And what the fish does is, it's basically the momentum perk. If you run without jumping or sliding, you will slowly increase in movement speed. Alright, moving on to the boots. The first location here is by the amphitheater fire pit. The second location is here at the beach, right by the gazebo where you got the headshots. It'd be right here next to this trash can. Once you have the boots, you're going to have to go up to the camp cabins and place them down in this corner cabin up here. You can see little boot marks where they go. Once you've placed them, all you have to do is take 2 steps over each footprint. So you walk over it and then walk back over it, and it'll move. Just keep doing that until you get to the window here in this room, and then you will hear a chainsaw. You have to keep doing it until you hear a chainsaw. The footprint will disappear before the chainsaw, but you just have to keep taking a few steps there, and you'll hear the chainsaw, allowing you to know, there it is, that they have moved to the next location. Okay, so the next location is in the spawn building. I already did most of these, so anyways, it starts on that carpet. You just walk towards these windows, and once you get to the windows, it'll disappear, and just keep taking steps till you hear the chainsaw again. There he is. And then the final spot is at the docks. You will have to go in a U-shape all around the docks, starting from right where I was back there. I already did the first section of the docks, so I only have 2 sections left. But yeah, there's all 3 sections here in a U-shape around the building with trailblazers in it. But anyways, you just do the same thing all the way till this window. This is a long one, but once you get to the window, you'll hear a final chainsaw and see a final slasher walk past this window up here, and that's gonna be it. And then the boots ability is headshots will cause zombies' heads to explode. So it's kind of like, what the hell was that? there's a weapon perk on this game that does the same thing. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head what it's called, but anyways, it's the same thing. Anyways, headshots will cause mini explosions, but honestly, from my experiences, not very effective. But my 3 go-to perks are the ring, the frog, and the mask, or the arrowhead, or the fish. They're all good. Everyone has a purpose. Anyways, that's all the charms, all their locations, all their abilities. I'm relentlessMC, and I'm out of here. Peace.